Our sports bulletin with this story. Everybody's talking about it. 72 hours later, so Kaizer Chiefs are continuing celebrations into the week following the team's success in the Nedbank Cup over the weekend. So AmaKhosi defeated arch rivals Orlando Pirates in the Cup final at the Moses Mabhida Stadium on Saturday to quench a 10-year trophy drought. Now, this beautiful trophy is in studio with us this morning, accompanied by the marketing as well as the commercial director, Kaizer Motaung, as well as the sporting director, Kaizer Jr. Motaung. So they are here in the studio this morning to reflect on the win and to also paint us a picture as what to expect now going forward following this incredible performance by the boys over the weekend. Jessica, Kaizer,
yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome, champs.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I was speaking to Kaizer just a few minutes ago off air, Jessica, and I didn't realize, and I think most people didn't realize, how big Kaizer Chiefs is. We sort of had to be reminded how big of an institution this club is, just following what we saw this past weekend. You're the marketing guru. Talk to us about the brand Kaizer Chiefs and what this one means for the team 10 years later.
Well, a privilege to work with a brand of this nature. I mean, I think we saw it with the number of supporters who came out to the stadium, who came out to fan parks, who went to restaurants to watch, who just galvanized the entire nation to be part of the Nedbank Cup. And just thank you to our supporters for being so amazing. But certainly, I think we realize that the brand is very strong. We have a great, loyal fan base, and just very proud of the work that was done on the pitch by the players and making sure that they bring the trophy home. And thank you to our supporters for all their support.
Yeah, you know, you speak about the players for getting the job done also on the pitch this past weekend. Kaizer, let's bring you into this conversation. There was so much pressure put on these players.
Sure.
Many of these players would be remembered as the first players to bring the trophy back home in 10 years. That's the reality of it. Talk to us about what this means, though, for the players themselves. Do they understand exactly what they were able to achieve this past weekend and the pressure that was put upon them?
No, thank you very much. Yeah, I think to be very fair, they really understood what this meant to the people, you know, and I think credit must definitely go to the determination, their character, understanding that this team belongs to so many millions of people. And like you said earlier, you know, the love that the AmaKhosi faithful have for this team. We had the whole week's preparation. We had worked a lot on their psyche, you know, playing a lot of videos, letting them understand what this brand is about, who we really are. And I think that, you know, for them, they have etched their names in history. No one can take that away from them. Absolutely. You know, what they've achieved and after such a long time, in the manner with which they did, you know, also the opposition that they faced leading up to this trophy win. Very, very strong teams, all teams who are on the continent and confident Champions League with Stellenbosch, beating the champions Sundowns, beating the champions Pirates. Yeah. Your arch rivals in a game of that magnitude takes a lot of character. Yeah. Having said that, we also must, you know, give a lot of credit to the coaching staff, the technical staff, you know, for the amount of work that's been put in the behind the scenes, you know, to prepare the boys. And I think it was just a combination of a lot of understanding as to what needs to be done and a lot of hard work.
10 years is a long time. 10 years, Jessica, is a long time. I think fans, the beautiful thing about Kaizer Chiefs supporters is they continued to remain hopeful. Despite all the disappointments in the past, there were different opportunities for the team to win the Cup in 2019. In between, there was the CAF Champions League final. There was also losing the league on the last day a few seasons ago. What is Dr. Kaizer Motaung Sr. saying about this? What did he say when he realized on Saturday that win over Orlando Pirates? What was his first words?
He was so happy. He congratulated all of us. When we were saying congratulations to him, he was so happy. I was saying when I called him, I could actually hear and feel his smile. He was just relieved and happy, and most importantly, happy for the supporters, you know, because they have waited. But that's what support is about, right? And I think that's the thing about Kaizer Chiefs. We say AmaKhosi for life, and it truly is that. Our supporters are with us all the time, you know. But he's very happy and just deserved win for him as well. Yeah. You know, he's built an amazing business, an amazing brand, and this was very much dedicated to him and the supporters.
Yeah, job well done, guys. Absolutely job well done for that performance over the weekend. So, Kaizer, we also need to speak about Coach Nasreddine Nabi. I think we can't speak about the success of the team in this cup competition without speaking about the coaching staff, the technical team. Was the mandate for Coach Nabi coming into the season to win a cup?
Definitely. I mean, a team of Chiefs' size, regardless of what's happened in the past, we always have our objectives, and success and trophies, remains that way. And to be fair, I mean, we've got the tech staff has done a tremendous job. We're the fittest team in the league. I mean, we've got Safi Majdi, who really transformed the guys physically and mentally. All the assistant coaches, Mr. Ben Khalil, Cedric Kazi, even our goalkeeper, Mr. Ilyas Mzugi, and Coach Nabi himself. I think that before when we identified the coaches, it was for this particular reason, and to go back into the continent and to see people who have also, had success on the continent, So it was very much a planned strategy from the beginning. And credit must go to the coach. Credit must go to the whole tech staff and how they're able to conduct this trophy win over the 5 games in total. Yeah. It was a pleasure to watch. I mean, there's a lot of hard work that went behind the scenes, and we know that in the league we've been a bit inconsistent. And this trophy really brought a lot of togetherness, a lot of unity, and yeah, I mean, it's tremendous success.
All right. So he met the mandate, obviously, of winning a cup this season. What was the mandate then regarding the league? You speak about the inconsistencies. We didn't see Kaizer Chiefs continuing with the form in the Nedbank Cup in the league. We talk about the league being long. It's a league, it's a marathon, it's a long season. So how is it that form was not translated in the league? Why are we not seeing that at the moment?
I think there's many factors that are involved. And if you look back at our season also, we unfortunately had a season where we were also plagued by many injuries. I mean, when you can't have a lot of your best players in the field, it does affect the plan, the project. And I think we had some serious injuries to key players this season. It does change the format and preparation going into a game. Also, we've got quite a few young players that got an opportunity this season. I mean, we've got a young, Duba, a Shabalala, at 20, who are given minutes. And we know that at a club of this size, for the youngsters to have as many minutes as they've had this season is rare. We did experience something similar when we had a couple of years back when we had a very successful run in the Champions League. But at that time also, we were also out of the top 8 at that time. And we fought our way back in towards the end of the season. So I think it's a combination of many factors. And of course, something that we're looking into, because we know that the league title, if you want to achieve proper continental success, Champions League is vital, So it's definitely something that we're looking to work on next season to make sure that league position definitely changes. We want to be in the top 8. Right now, we're here talking about this great cup success, but we have 2 very important games now to still have to play.
Yeah.
We've got Skokuni United this weekend. We've got Polokwane City next weekend. Very strong teams, done very well this year, and we know that we are up against 2 good opponents that have posed some challenges this season already, and we need to get 6 points. And that's a focus as soon as we leave the studio. I mean, that's I know the guys are having another session today.
Yeah.
The work continues, and there's still much more to achieve.
Jessica, is there any form of panicking though from the management point of view, outside of the top 8 at the moment, fighting to make it into the top 8? There's a danger of Kaizer Chiefs obviously finishing outside of the top 8 for a second time in consecutive seasons. No panic from the management point of view at the moment?
No, I think there's no need to panic. We've had a vision, we've had a strategy, a lot of work has been done. A 3-year foundation has been laid. The coach has been given the resources that he needs to do what he needs to do. There's been support commercially, financially, with players. So we brought in a technical team that's strong. And we've seen what they've been able to do with the Nedbank Cup, and we believe that these 2 games, the guys will do their best. Ours is to make sure that we continue supporting and making sure that they're successful,
So there's still a lot of confidence in Coach Nasreddine Nabi's abilities as the coach of this team?
How can we not be confident? I mean, we've just won the Nedbank Cup, and he's doing the work that he needs to do.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. So he stays on as the coach. Are we able to confirm that? You did speak about having conversations post-season.
I think in all the interviews that we've had, we've been very clear. I mean, the coach has a contract. He's here with us. We've just won a trophy. We sat before the season and had a particular plan. Tech staff has done tremendous work, and he's our coach.
And like any team, you'll sit down and review the season, and still say what needs to change, what needs to be added. But certainly our commitment is making sure that Chiefs is successful.
And that would be a top 8 position come the end of the season with those 2 games remaining against Polokwane City as well as Stellenbosch FC. As we round up this conversation, Jessica, CAF CAF Inter-Club competitions coming up. The team has qualified. You work with CAF. The brand of Kaizer Chiefs to be amongst the best teams on the continent next season. How important is it for Kaizer Chiefs to be part of CAF interclub competitions next season?
Very important for us, very important. And I'm so proud because I do work at CAF and working with the ACA, I want to see the Chiefs brand there. So back on the stage, very excited about that. It's been missing for a bit of time, and I'm very, very, very excited to see the boys flying the flag and look forward to us being successful on the continent. You know?
Are you able to tell us what's going to happen pre-season, where the team's going to be heading for pre-season?
Well, currently we're finalizing that. No, we are working on that, probably somewhere in Europe. But certainly very excited about the preseason again, a time like we did in Turkey for the team to really connect with the coaches again and really plan and really get ready for a season ahead. But just to say thank you to everybody for the season. It's been great so far. I want to thank the PSL for the wonderful work they did with the Nedbank Cup. I want to thank the KZN province for really organizing a great event. And for me, this says South Africa is a real great destination for hosting big events.
Jessica, Kaizer, thank you so much for your time this morning on the AM Report. All the best of luck with those 2 remaining matches.